All right, so handstands on beam, these are going to be pretty tricky and nerve-wracking for a lot of little ones, especially if they're not comfortable on beam in general. So the first thing that I always have my girls do is I will have them go into a push-up position on the beam, just hold that a little bit, and then I'll have them kind of go into a mountain position with their butt up, and then lift that back leg up, and looking at their foot that's on the beam, I'll have them do what I call mountain hops. And the difference between the three videos that you just saw are basically just how tight she's being. You can see in this one, her back leg is a lot tighter than her leg was in the last two videos. And this is a really good example of looking at that foot that's on the beam when doing those mountain hops. And so then once you're done with the mountain hops and they have the hang of that, then I have my girls go from a lunge, and then I'll have them go down into a mountain hop and then end back in a lunge. And I just call this an L handstand, or just a handstand where they're not bringing their feet together yet. And I have everybody try to do this L handstand against the block on the low beam. I make sure that I tell them not to put their back on the block or their leg. Really just their head should be against the block, and that will get them comfortable going all the way up in that L handstand. Once they're doing that comfortably, they can go back on the high beam. You can see she's a lot more comfortable in that one. And then after they've done the L handstand on the low beam and the high beam, I have them go back to the block on the low beam. And that's when you can see just her head's against that block and not her back or her legs. And that's when they'll try to bring their leg fully up and then right back down. And then from there, as they get more comfortable with the block against the wall and by the low beam, then they can eventually take that block away and do their handstand fully up. And if they're comfortable, they can go to high beam then.